I'm Tim C. Smith in for Matt this week while he's down in Florida at iCAST checking out the latest fishing gear and tackle. We'll hear from him later in the broadcast. Reports of big bluefin to the west. We have the details from Bergen Bay docks of their 10-day offshore fishing tournament, and our correspondents check in from around the island. All here at thefisherman.com. The Fishing News is sponsored by these fine partners. Today is Thursday, July 21st, and the digital edition is available online now. Check out Dave Anderson's read on footwear options when wading in the water. Bob Michelson has fish facts on the toadfish, what I grew up calling a hacklehead. The digital edition is out now every Monday, and that's where you can find Matt's rundown of the weekend's action. All this and much more in the current digital issue of the Fisherman magazine. Remember, $29.95 gets you the 12 glossy print issues and all the weekly digital content and full access to the website too. And best of all, you can compete in the Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash contest.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Now let's check in with Matt Broderick and get his impressions of iCAST 2022.
Hey Tim, I'm at iCAST 2022 in Orlando, Florida, and while me and Jim Hutch, we've been really busy walking around this whole place. It's almost too much to cover in a few days. We've been hitting up different people, doing different videos, and well, when I say videos, we're doing new product showcase videos. What that means is that we're taking videos of the newest products from companies like Shimano, Daiwa, Benn, St. Croix. And what we're doing is we're putting them together and we're going to release them to you guys for the next 2-3 months, however many videos we have. So stay tuned for that. More to come, and let us get back to work because we have a lot more people to cover here. See you soon.
Bergen Bay Docks is holding their first annual offshore tournament in August. Here's Scott Motto with all the details.
We have a 10-day offshore yellowfin, bluefin tuna tournament that's going to start on Friday, August the 5th. Run through the following Sunday, August 14th. It covers 10 days. You'll be able to fish any 3 day categories you want or any 2 overnight categories you want. We have a variety of Calcuttas. You can fine-tune your tournament sheet however you want to do it. It's an entry fee, and anything after that is how you want to go and how the crew on your boat wants to fish. Captain's meeting is going to take place on Thursday, August 4th. Be right here at Bergen Bay Docks. Should we have the need to change it, you'll be notified. Call the office, call the shop. Someone will be happy to help you out and direct you with that. For full details, come by the shop in West Babylon, 605 Bergen Avenue, or you can call the shop anytime, 631-539-4136.
Here's my update for the Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash contest. The standings remain the same for this week's Dreamboat update. We did have some notable catches like Mike Kelly from Boxwood, Mass. with his 4.75-pound sea bass, and Mark Penkowitz from Brick, New Jersey with his 11.45-pound fluke. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a new Steigercraft 23 Miami powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Visit thefisherman.com to subscribe and get all the details so you can be part of the action. As for the Coastal Kayak Clash competition, there are no new entries, so the standings remain the same. Check this video's description on YouTube for all the details and to be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. Let's check back with Matt and find out what he's hearing from around the island. Matt?
Hey Tim, checking in here from Orlando at iCAST. Back home, I hear the fishing has been pretty consistent all around. Starting in the west, I've heard some anglers have been actually targeting cobia with some success. Fishing around the buoy chains with eels seems to be a way to catch these southern visitors. It might also be wise to fish the bay structure in Jamaica for sheep's head also at this time of the year. Going east, Moriches has had a good fluke bite in the bay with fish up to 6 pounds caught. I've also been hearing the flood tide is better than the ebb tide. Bucktails with either gulp or fish bites has been a key bait to use. In Shinnecock, the fishing has been very similar with a lot of short action with the occasional keeper mixed in. The ratio is about 10-1 for keepers, 2 shorts. In Montauk, the flatties are a bit larger with 5 to 8 pounds, not being like an average fish that they're pulling up, but a 10-pounder is not uncommon also. Montauk also has a decent striper bite going on, but a lot of the fish have moved east to the Block Island area. Porgies and sea bass are also chewing consistently around the point, but Block Island has the fish as well. I know the North Shore is still seeing great porgy fishing around the rock piles. The use of a little clam chum may help the bite out a bit. Stripers are still roaming around the middle grounds all the way out to Orion and out to the race. Trolling and bucktailing will get the job done in the middle, but 3x3 rigs are the go-to for the race area. Offshore, the reports are a bit more vague, but I do know that southeast of Moriches has been seeing a better yellowfin bite on jigs, popping, and chunking. You just have to find the fish. That's all I've got for this week, Tim. Looking forward to getting back to the island and experiencing the action firsthand for myself. I will see you soon.
News 12 meteorologist Rich Van Ohlen has the weekend weather outlook. Rich?
Hey, thanks, Tim. Let's check that weekend forecast and see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, websites, local weather tools. This is a general overview, general heads up for the upcoming weekend. Starting out with water temps, boy, they came up. The hot weather this past week, a lot of 70s here all throughout the ocean now and the sound, so things starting to heat up as we speak. Wave heights are good on Saturday. Generally calm, light and variable day, so the ocean should be good running offshore along the beaches, the east end. We start to get a little lumpy Saturday night, more of a southwest breeze starts to come up, and I think inshore on Sunday should be good throughout about noontime, and then we start to really get rough here towards the mid to late afternoon Sunday. So if you got something to do Sunday, some fishing, try to get it in before noontime. Futurecast looks good. Again, most of the time it's nice and quiet for Saturday, some clouds, maybe a sprinkle or two, maybe a light shower. Wind southwest, picking up a little bit for Sunday, midday afternoon, and there could be a thunderstorm in there, so watch for that. So if I had to pick, I'd say Saturday a little safer there. Start to get pretty lumpy and choppy for Sunday afternoon. There's high tide Saturday, North Shore for the morning, South Shore for the very early morning. A hot weekend, 90s to low 90s, a little cooler across the east end, so just, be ready for this stuff, some mid-90s across the city. Let's check that guru, and there's Saturday. And looks good, hardly a breeze, light winds, calm for the most part, not much ocean wave. And then Sunday, we get a west-southwest. It's fishable. It's not bad until about maybe 2 o'clock there. And then we start to really crank things up towards the mid to late afternoon. So again, Saturday probably pick of the weekend, but the entire weekend doesn't look terrible. Get out and enjoy. Be safe as always. Stay cool. Tim, back to you.
It's time for our correspondents to check in. Let's start off with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim?
Thank you, Tim. Well, greetings from Montauk. As everybody knows, the heat is on. So the best recommendation I have for this upcoming week is get on a boat and get out to some cool temperatures on the water. Short recap of this week in Montauk. Dan from the Double D sent me some pictures this morning. He had a nice little tuna trip this morning. So tuna fishing starting to pick up, just like shark fishing. I want to give a quick, bass fishing, fluking, all that's pretty good. Still. So speaking of which, last week I fished the Mercury Grand Slam with my son. I want to give a thanks to the Friends of Aaron and the Kiwanis Club of East Hampton for putting on a great tournament for the kids. It's a great shot for the kids to get trophies and prizes. So that being said, like I said, plenty of fluke, sea bass, porgies, bluefish. That was predominantly the species being caught in that tournament. Shark fishing next week. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to take a ride out Saturday, see what I come up with all the hype on the TV. I might as well go try to catch a shark. All right, until next week, everybody, see you on the water.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean. Mike?
Thanks, Tim. Hey, everyone. Well, summer doldrums are in terms of surf casting. Really not too much going on off the beach in terms of bass or stripers, even though most people probably saw the news of that great white or what some say was a poor beagle that washed up in Quag. I have heard of a couple of people getting some sand tiger sharks off of the beach, pretty much at first light or last light. I've not witnessed any of that myself. Fluke bite that seemed to not have developed has come together pretty well, both between Shinnecock and Moriches, a little bit back in the bay, more in the ocean, in the colder water, 60, 70 feet of water, as well as along the wrecks. Sea bass continues to be pretty good. Not a lot of knuckleheads. I know out of Montauk there's been some nice catches. The reef seems to be a little bit fished out, but there are some keepers that will make it to the cooler for that. The bass on the bunker pods have been there here and there, but sharks have kind of like been the the big story with a lot of people catching spinner sharks and threshers while trying for bass or either targeting those sharks. Even a couple of bluefins jumping around very close in, which is pretty wild. You can see that on Tim Regan's South Fork Salt on Instagram. Pretty wild. I know some people have been trying to get those. Offshore, Quambra, still some yellowfins there. And you know, it's that late summer fishing got here a little bit early with this heat. So get out there and enjoy. Back to you, Tim. Thanks.
Dylan Jewell from Moriches, who has this report. Dylan?
Thanks, Tim. Hey, Long Island. Hope everyone's had a chance to get out. The bass and bluefish bite on the surf in Montauk has been all right. We've had bass to right around 25 pounds, bluefish right around the 17-pound mark. Coming into the middle of the summer, definitely going to become more of a grind out there. Cobia, tons of cobia around. Got to get out to the bunker pods, find the right pods, try to stay away from the sharks. Tons of triggerfish around. Definitely fun on light tackle. There's been no shortage of them. Yellowfin, been awesome. Trolling, jigging, popping, all seems to be working. Last Saturday, Surf Rats Ball Shindig, hosted by Bill. First place winner, Eddie, from the Morones Sexatilas Instagram page, came in first place, 51-pound bass. He donated his VS 200 that he won to a kid named Dylan. So awesome gesture on your part, Eddie, and congrats on the fish. Beaches are starting to reopen. Libba and myself do the best we can, trying to talk with the county and the state, trying to keep the beaches open. Birds are starting to fledge, so we're starting to get some access back. There's still some birds that haven't fledged. Everyone needs to be mindful of the nest, the 4x4 access, the 4x4 access that we don't have, we need to stay away from, so we don't get the beaches closed down again and don't set off any alarms. That's what I got for you guys this week. Talk to you guys next week. Back to you, Tim.
From Northport, we have Mark McCowan from Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle.
You know, a sum up of last week's fishing was absolutely a must, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned here. Many times we talk about lunar phases and storm fronts and barometric pressures, tidal coefficients. We can get into the nitty gritty on these reports. Last week was nothing short of that. This supermoon created some of the most epic fishing that you could ever possibly imagine, as a second new wave of huge striped bass come into our area. And the weather was really snotty out and not many people got a chance to go. But my good friend Ed Bass, we all know him, Ed Muno, local legend, was kind enough to let us do this video and show you just what it's like on a skill level at Fresh Bunker, what happens in these type of moments. I hope you enjoy this video. There's a lot to learn and absorb. Listen to Ed, it's fantastic. Until next week, I bid you all peace and tight line.
July 17th, right here, Bunker Chunk in Long Island Sound. These fish are going crazy. I don't know what it is. I got one on that rod too. Monster fish. 25, 35 pounds. Come on, baby. Get my hook back. Just get bigger and bigger. Let her go. Maybe. Gotta get this one. It's a little chaos when you get two at a time. Get that Cow Harbor bait, that Fresh Bunker every day over there. They love this stuff. Come on, honey. Oh boy. The faster you get him in, the better. Release him.
Onion. Where's Undy? In the canyon or something?
Come on, honey. Whew. This has been a crazy morning. I had one over 50, a 52-inch fish. I don't know how much it weighed, but it was over 50 pounds, that's for sure. A couple of 40s. 48 out of 50-inch. And then there's some big fish piling through here this year. Another 25-pounder. Open your mouth. Hook bag. These inline circle hooks, they say, oh yeah, they're the best of bass. I don't know. They keep swallowing them. I'll take the offset any day. Whew. I need a break. Fish are kicking my ass.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Well, River Bay Outfitters had another trip up to one of my favorite rivers, the prettiest river in these, and it's the Housatonic. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm with my beautiful wife. We decided to spend a couple of days chasing smallmouth. It's been really good. We did have a little rain, so it did cool down the river a little bit, and early this morning, I caught a real nice brown trout. Other than that, it was all smallmouth. This morning, I must have had 20 to 30 fish. It was incredible. This evening, Julie was high hook with over 10 fish. I had about 7. Now, the Housatonic is a very, not a difficult river, but a slick river. And if you don't have spikes or aluminum bars, right? Yes. You're going to go down. It is a safe. So felt works very good too. Rubber, no. But anyway, and it's a great river, and it's only 2.5 hours from Long Island, from my house. So there's a lot of fish here. I had one that was pushing 15 inches. But it was a great day. As far as the salt water goes, yeah, it's with this heat wave, it's going to become a night fishery. You really these are for the people that get out of bed at 3 a.m. You want to fish the cooler water, and an incoming ocean water will do it. But hey, it is the summer. We are close to August. Switch it up. Do some smallmouth fishing. It's a terrific time. So until that next week.
Bye.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.
We have reports that big bluefin have moved into the west. Chris Landry has all the details. Chris?
Thanks, Tim. Breaking news, big news, news flash, but you got to keep it on the low. The tuna are inshore. They are a few miles off of Rockaway Beach, maybe about 7 miles just past Rockaway Reef. You got to go find them. But they're there, and they're big boys. Bluefin tuna, we're talking 400, 500-pound fish. We went out with Captain Vinny of Karen Charters, and we found them busting after a long search. But they were jumping out of the water. Here's a picture of me in the blue with a tuna jumping out in front of Karen Ann. We landed poppers basically on top of their heads, but we still didn't get the bite. There was another 5 or 6 boats out there going in on this blitz, and I didn't see any of them hook up, but I have heard of people hooking up. They are pretty picky, even if you find them. So get your gear ready. You need the big boys, 100 wides, 130 wides if you're using bait, 25,000, 30,000 Stellas if you're using spinning reels. Break out the big boy toys because these are big fish. Also, on the way back, one day we did get boarded and they wanted to see our registration and HMS permit, the highly migratory species permit. So if you're going to target these fish, make sure you get your HMS permit. It's only $26 and you can do it online. Other than that, the waters are very shark infested on all this bunker. So if you can't find the tuna, you could amuse yourself with some sharks for a little while if that's your thing. Other than that, it's hard to talk about porgies and other things when this tuna bite is on. So get out there while it's hot. Don't tell anyone. This is between me and you. All right? Thank you, and back to you, Tim.
Let's check in with Max Finch from the Connecticut side of the Western Sound.
The striped bass fishing in our area still remains pretty good for this time of year. Usually by mid-July, our bass fishing slows way down, but I was able to get out this past week with a buddy of mine, Michael, and we had tons of quality fish on live bait. So it seems like the bass are getting a little slower during the high sun, but if you can get yourself some live bait or some deep water chunking, that's definitely the best bet. These fish are lazy, so easy bait for them, they'll pick right up. Other than that, plug in early morning and sunset's going to be your best bet, and then chunking throughout the night on our deeper water reefs for bigger fish. And there are still tons of bigger fish around. It's not like it was in June, but there's still plenty of 35-pound plus fish around. On the fluke side, it's still slow. I mean, we are seeing some quality catches, but guys aren't like filling their limits. You really got to pound some areas. I would say anywhere from like 30 to 60 feet right now in the same spots, like outside 24, 26. I would definitely check out the obstruction buoy in 28C. Definitely drifting whole squid or, bucktails tipped with squid and spearing, and then always as gulp. Black sea bass are definitely settled in on our deeper water wrecks right now, so if you can get on top of that, I would definitely bring some chum. You can get them on jigs, and you'll feel a pretty good limit of sea bass. And there's some jumbo porgies mixed in on the wrecks too. Porgies can be found along our beaches right now from shore, and then guys on the boats, shallow reefs and deep water reefs. So clam chum, clam, squid, spearing. That's it. Thanks. Good luck.
Captain Mike Centry has the latest from Staten Island.
Thanks, Tim and Matt. Hope all is well. Hey guys, Mike Centry here from Anglers of Legend Sportfish and Boat Works. Gotta say, my friend went out today a few miles offshore off of New Jersey, Shark River Inlet, and definitely got some really nice mahi. Poundage wise, I would probably guesstimate maybe 8, 9, 10 pounds, but definitely some quality mahi. On the tuna grounds, yellowfins were in last week, pretty much around the Little Italy area, the Shark River Reef, Monster Ledge around that area. The mud hole hasn't been producing that many tuna. Pretty much all the tuna has been concentrated somewhere on the east end of Long Island. A few have been caught off the coast of Jersey. Some nice giants, of course, and released. Not by me, by other, boats and anglers alike. Fluking became very tough in the bay, in the Raritan Bay. I gotta say, it's been so hot lately that the water, it's literally on fire almost. The porgy, amazing, the porgy fishery this year. We got porgies, me and my pops last week, up to 16, 17 inches, and some really nice ones. A lot of triggerfish being caught also. With that said, guys, get out there and make time happen, because July is just about over. August is right around the corner, and you definitely want to appreciate this summer because it's going by very fast.
Lastly, we check in with Captain Benn Gilmour from Marina Pez Vela down in Costa Rica.
Hey guys, checking in here from Marina Pez Vela, Costa Rica with this week's fishing report. We have got an insane blue marlin bite happening right here off Capos at the moment. Yesterday aboard my boat Good Day, we released 2 beautiful blue marlin in the 200 to 250 pound range plus 3 sailfish. Some of the boats out there yesterday raised up to 7 blue marlin in a single day. Just insane fishing by anyone's standards. Hope to see you guys down here in Costa Rica soon. Come down and check out one of the best bill fisheries in the world. Back to you guys.
Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and the index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents by visiting their website and social media pages. Next week, Matt will be back with more from iCAST. See you right here at thefisherman.com.